Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Apple20, and this is Today in Gaming for the 27th of June 2011. As ever, being a Monday, we'll be covering all the news from today as well as over the weekend. In the headlines today, Lulzsec disbands, Nintendo is to release The Last Story in Europe, and Zelda 3DS is to have N64 bugs in it. Lulzsec, the group that hacked prolific game developers such as Nintendo, Bethesda, Riot Games and CCP, have announced that they are disbanding today. After a 50-day period, the group said on Twitter that the planned 30-day cruise has expired, and we must now sail into the distance. In a final parting hack, Lulzsec took down the Battlefield Heroes beta, and have released the usernames and passwords of 750,000 gaming forum accounts, including those of the beta. As a result, the Battlefield Heroes website was taken down, and EA have stated that they are looking into the security breach. As ever, EA were quick to assure gamers that no credit card details have been released, and have managed to get the beta back online as of this morning. The decision to disband from Lulzsec comes a week after UK authorities arrested Ryan Cleary, a 19-year-old man from Essex, in connection with the computer-related offences. Further, Lulzsec itself appears to have been hacked by a group called the A-Team, posting what it claims to be real names and locations of Lulzsec's senior members. Nintendo of France has confirmed that European gamers will be getting The Last Story, stating that Xenoblade will arrive after the holidays on Wii, like The Last Story, in 2012. The Last Story and Xenoblade are popular RPGs in Japan, and whilst Xenoblade was already confirmed for release in Europe, importing The Last Story has proven to be much more difficult, with Nintendo claiming that currently translating the game would take too many of their resources. Whilst this confirmation is by no means concrete, it does indicate that Nintendo has faith in these RPGs, and further implies strongly that Nintendo will release them in the US at some point. This news comes following fans of Xenoblade, or Monado, Beginning of the World as it is known in the US, getting the game up to number 1 on Amazon's pre-order list in the US, as well as Wii gamers inundating Nintendo of America's Facebook page demanding the release of the games alongside Pandora's Tower, another popular JRPG. Forza 4's limited collector's edition has had its contents announced. Inside, there will be a VIP car pack, an American muscle car pack, a custom BMW pack, and the 2012 BMW M5 car, which is featured on the cover. Further to this, inside the polished steelbook DVD case is included a 96-page Cars of Forza volume. This is allegedly curated by the editors of Top Gear. As if this wasn't enough, there will be stickers, VIP membership to the Forza community, and a BMW theme for the Xbox 360 dashboard. The limited edition will retail at £59.99 and is exclusive to Game and GameStation in the UK. In the US, this is likely to be around $80. Capcom have announced that Resident Evil: The Mercenaries 3D will prevent gamers from deleting saved game data. Eurogamer has confirmed this information, and as such there has been speculation that this will harm the game's second-hand sales. Capcom, however, stated that the game's value at second-hand in the UK is not affected by whether or not the game can have its data reset, essentially relying on the fact that no gamer checks to see if a game can reset save data before buying a second-hand copy. In other news, it has emerged that Activision is working on another GoldenEye project. GoldenEye Reloaded was discovered by user Superannuation using Twitter, who spotted URL registrations logged by the publisher pertaining to the game. Whilst there is no indication as to what Activision intends, it is likely that this will be a port of last year's GoldenEye title for Wii over to other systems. Which ones, however, remain unknown. EVE Online developer CCP have announced that there will be a meeting of the company's Council of Stellar Management from the 30th of June to the 1st of July. The council, elected by players, will address concerns surrounding the future of microtransactions, a system that was implemented in the last patch for EVE, Incarnate. However, until this meeting is over, CCP will remain silent on the subject. The past week has found CCP flooded by players who are outraged with the game's latest patch, claiming that CCP are trying to extort them with vanity items that cost as much as $70. But further, a leaked document from the company suggesting that players might be able to pay for in-game advantages using real money has incensed the already upset player base. While CCP has attempted to assure players that these in-game advantages were not planned for the game via developer blog, it has not done enough to quench the anger of the player base, which seems set to continue until the end of the month. Nintendo will be re-releasing the original Kirby's Dream Land on 3DS this week. The game is one of the first to be released as part of the 3DS's Virtual Console, and whilst it does feature iconic villain King Dedede, Kirby unfortunately lacks his ability to copy enemies, an ability which only showed up in the 1993 NES release Kirby's Adventure. And finally, Ocarina of Time 3DS contains many of the original bugs from the N64 version of the game. The team behind the game, Grezzo, stated, "The staff members who had played the old game said the bugs were fun." As such, programmers debated on whether bugs should persist, and it was concluded that only ones which truly broke the game would be removed. Ocarina of Time 3DS launched last week and is now owned by at least 20% of the 3DS's user base, indicating that the 13-year-old game still has some bite. Thanks very much for watching. As ever, if you enjoyed the show, please subscribe to my channel and check out all of my other work over on www.vtwproductions.com. If you want to get in touch with me, you can of course follow me on Twitter as TheNat20, as well as check out my email address, thenat20@gmail.com. With that being said, I will catch you all tomorrow.